Hey everybody, how you doing? Listen, last time we were talking about good and bad agents. Today I want to talk to you about finding an agent. Now, if you're in town and you've been there for, several years and whatnot, and you're trying to get into the business, or if you just moved to a new city, either way, this will help you. Now, if you just moved to a new city like I did a few years ago, you can go online and look for the casting director or casting directors in that particular city or market. And they will be able to give you a list of good agencies that you can actually hook up with. You can call them up and get information from them, and then meet and greet with them and see if they're a good fit for you. So a casting director is one way to go in reference to you getting the information as far as finding a good agent. Now, who's a casting director? What do they do? Briefly, a casting director is part of the hiring process. So after you get an agent, your agent will send you out on auditions. And you audition for the casting director, and he or she decides whether to send your performance up to the producers and directors of that commercial or movie role or something else that's going on. So the casting director is really important, especially if you can establish a good relationship with them early. They remember you. They also remember you if you don't handle your business right. So it's very important to put your best foot forward. A casting director is a good way to go in finding a good agent because they deal with all the agents and agencies around town. They also deal a lot with the talent as well. So another way to go, if you want to be the lone wolf, and you can do this, especially if you're non-exclusive, which means you haven't signed with an agency yet that is exclusive, which means if you sign with someone, they only want you to work with them for a certain period of time, meaning a year to 18 months. Now, moving back to finding a good agent. If you get with a casting director and they give you a list of names, call those names and then find out, wait and see who actually contacts you back. Whoever does that, because I did that very thing, I had 2 of the 5 call me back. I set up appointments with those 2 agencies. I met with those 2 agencies. I auditioned for them, and they liked what I was doing. I went with one over the other. Here's why I went with the one that I went with. First of all, I like the person that I was dealing with. She's very personable. She doesn't mind talking to you. She doesn't mind giving you information. She doesn't mind taking the time with you. Very nice person. And sometimes, from an agent standpoint, those are few and far between. And I've been doing this for over 30 years now. So it's good to find good people whenever you can find them, but especially in this business. She's someone that I can trust, and I've been with her now for several years, and very trustworthy person, and I like her, which is also important because you're partnering with an agent or agencies, and you need to remember that. Sometimes they tend to forget. But that being said, you partner up with your agent, and you have a good feeling about being partnered with people. And then sometimes you have buyer's remorse when you hook up with people. You know what I'm saying? So to get a good agent, go with a casting director, ask them for their help, ask them for their recommendations, and then you go from there. And then once you meet and greet with them, then you make your choice from there. The other reason why I didn't go with the other agency, they didn't seem as personable. They didn't seem as interested. It was more of a numbers game with them, how many people they could get in and so on. And they wanted me to sign an exclusive contract, meaning they only wanted me to deal directly only with them. Even if I got work on my own, I would still have to give them 20% because I'm non-union. So that also is another part of the business that we'll get into later. If you're union, they only charge you 10%. But if you're non-union, it's 20. So, and that's another reason why they weren't interested in answering any questions that I had unless I signed the contract first, and then they were willing to sit down and talk with me. Again, sometimes people in this industry forget that it's a people-driven business, not a commodities business, because some people look at us as actors and models and voiceover people, talent, as commodities only that they can, they can trade with and sell our skills and abilities to the highest bidder, so to speak. So, to find a good agent, ask a casting director, email them, and be very cordial, be very professional, introduce yourself. And people are usually very receptive to helping people who are humble enough to ask for their help. So, again, non-exclusive or exclusive. It's up to you really what you prefer. If you're just getting started, you may not be interested in jumping off and doing a whole bunch of different things with other people. And that's okay because you're just getting started. So hopefully with the person that you partner with, the agent that you partner with, hopefully you can learn some things from he or she. And that way you can grow in the industry and understand how to handle your business well. So again, I hope this helps. I hope you have a great day. Take care.